Hello, hello. This is not my usual schedule, so I know it's going to be weird while we get used to. But since I am focusing more on my time zone now, I think it makes sense to start doing streamings earlier, you know? Usually after work, when people is free, wants to hang out a little bit. So it's fine. This is a non-alcoholic. Hey, Annie, how are you? Honey, do you speak English, by the way? I don't know if you... Can you understand me? Si no, puedo hablar español. Oh my god. Iba a decir que esto es una cerveza no alcohólica. De hecho, es muy popular acá en Suecia. Dice alcohol free. Porque no se alcanza. Pero es muy buena. Ah, okay. So I can continue speaking English. That's good. It's really good. There is this product in my country called Pony Malta. Maybe do you know about Malta? Hey, what's it? Why Z? Z? What Z? That's a funny name to say. And I really want it because it's so tasty. It's like Malta. It's exactly this. Well, not the same, but very, very similar. Hello, Neryad. How are you? So yeah, I was telling you that I changing my schedule. I think it makes sense for the time zone, and hopefully it's going to be well. Yes, like the school. Very, very classic, right? But you know, it's not that different from real life. Like usually at mornings in my stand-up, it's like, hey, what's up? Well, probably what's up, no, how are you? Or I usually say how it's going. Or yeah, sometimes no, I don't say what's up. I know some people usually says what's up, but it's weird, you know, what's up. I don't know. I usually say how it's going, how is everything, or how are you. I still use how are you a lot. Wait, see, but that's fine. I mean, I remember you from before. Of course, I probably don't know you, but your name is very particular. So definitely. Materan, how are you? How is everything? So yeah, today we are going to do testing. By the way, let me see if I have another meeting. No, I don't have another meeting. I was having a meeting regarding one device that I really like. They are on startup, and it stops working. Not the music, the device. Where is the? Oh no, the music just changed. Scary movie. What's up? Yeah, that's exactly how it's pronounced. What's up? yeah, that's exactly how it's pronounced. So yeah, it stops working. Fortunately, I have two of them. We did some support call. Is this device? I think I can show you probably. Yeah, can you see this device here? This one. It's a device. It's a button for mute my mic. Not this mic. This is another story. But usually for Zoom calls, this is mute. Let me turn off the lights because then maybe you can't really notice, but it's red, and when it's unmute, it's green. You know, you can change colors as well. Right now it's like a little behavior, so it's very useful for your Zoom calls. And when you are mute or mute, you just check the device or you unmute real quick like this. You know, oh, now it's not working. Fuck. No, yeah, you just touch it. You know, it's very useful. And in theory, You can hear me, right? I guess. Darlene, how are you? Darlene, do you speak English, by the way? I don't know if you speak English. I can speak Spanish just for you. You know that? So it's a very useful device. And yeah, they're going to send me a new one because the other one that I have stops working. And they were really nice. It was a long conversation. We tried... medio, ok. Está diciendo que este es un botón para mutearme y desmutearme en las llamadas de Zoom. Se supone que mutea todos los devices y sí, pero por alguna razón que este micrófono y por la interfaz no lo hace. De hecho, les voy a escribir si pueden agregarlo, porque la interfaz es súper chévere. But yeah. Do you prefer the rough for mute? Well, the thing is red when it's mute and it's green when you are talking. But yeah, you can change that, and you can change the behavior if you want like really bright, or do you want like this fade in, fade out. It has a lot of options. It's a really good product. So we are going to chat today a little bit and continue doing more work on our repo. Yesterday I managed to fix a little bit of the commit link thing. Not sure if it's... No, the commit isn't. I'm not sure it's working 100%. But in the other hand, looks like the semantic... No, probably it's not the semantic release. I want to test the semantic release thing. So yeah, probably I'm going to merge the latest changes and just see if that works. Probably is what I'm going to do. Like right now, what is the last version of my... I'm not sharing screen, don't worry. You are not seeing anything right now. I just want to make sure. So the last version is 2.12.1. Okay, 2.12.1. I'm just going to merge it. Fuck it. Let's merge it. And what is happening? Merging will create... Oh, okay. Nice. And yeah, oh. Wait. I'm just seeing stuff here. Like, like approve everything. Oh, wait. You change? Default props undefined. Oh, my goodness. Oh, score, right? That's true because we just screw up that component. That's okay. Yeah. Merge without waiting for comments to meet. Bypass branch. Yes. Merge this Madame Foca. Madame Seal. Okay, is merge. It means that this should do a release soon. Usually when I merge it. So now there is this release task. Let's see how it goes. But meanwhile, let's chat. Let's do some Spanglish. Let's decide what we are going to do with our lives. My week is good so far. Not too much work, to be honest. I mean, yes, but it's really hard to come back from vacation and start working right away. It's difficult, man. Es complicado. Y ese es un horario muy raro para mí, por cierto. Oh my god, Cosmic Works Studios. Thank you so much for the raid. Cosmi, let me just check out. Cosmi, hola. Work, ¿cómo están? ¿Qué estaban haciendo? Vamos a ver, vamos a ver qué hacen en oh, creo que te he visto antes, probablemente, posiblemente. Game Dead and Beers. Yes, but it's a non-alcoholic, by the way. Oh, it's for mature audiences? Oh my god. Why? Oh, why I have the mobile Twitch version? Let me see. Yeah, I have seen you before. Game and Beers. Ok, eso es lo que ustedes hacen. Beber cerveza y hacer videojuegos. Yo he tenido ganas, ¿ustedes qué piensan? ¿Qué piensan? Tengo esta loca idea. This crazy idea. Tratar de hacer un juego full JavaScript, cero frameworks. Just for fun. Solo por diversión. Yo sé que hay frameworks ahí, pero recuerdo que cuando yo empecé a desarrollar, creo que a muchos nos pasó que una de las cosas que nos motivaba a aprender a programar era precisamente todo este tema de aprender a hacer juegos. Creo que es una de las razones. Fredier de Platzi también comenta que muchos resultamos en esta industria por esa razón. De hecho, yo hice mucho RPG Maker. Who knows RPG Maker? No, RPG Maker. Yo estoy intentando aprender React haciendo un juego. Ah, ok. Pues es que no, siento que React no es la tecnología para hacer juegos. O sea, sí se pueden hacer juegos, pero si realmente quieres hacer como un motor, porque eventualmente lo que va a pasar, como todo aplicación, como todo proyecto, tú construyes una especie como de framework, ¿bien? No quiere decir que es un framework que vas a comercializar o que va a ser muy popular para nada, pero casi siempre cada proyecto, incluso si usa frameworks, cada proyecto se convierte como en su propio framework. Entonces creo que React creería yo que no es la mejor herramienta para hacer juegos, por la manera como funciona todo. Especialmente porque creo que para juegos, por temas de performance y etcétera, lo ideal sería usar Canvas, pintar sobre Canvas. Hey, Javier, how is everything? Why are you talking in Spanish, man? I am the only one that can talk in Spanish. Sí, el mod favorito. Estás muy perdido. ¿En qué andas? ¿Estás en vacaciones? Entonces les decía que sí, o sea, creo que React alguna vez lo pensé y creo que no tiene mucho sentido hacer juegos con React, pero sí tiene sentido como... Ahí tiene mucho sentido hacer programación orientada a objetos, abstraer un montón de cosas. Sería bien interesante. No, sigo en Adidas, ok. Te tiene ocupado Adidas. ¡Hey! Fernando, ¿cómo vas? Madrugué, sí. De hecho, les estaba diciendo, I was telling you that I'm going to change my schedule. I'm going to try to use this new schedule. It's going to be 7 p.m. for me. Because now I'm trying to reach audience in my time zone, in English, of course. That's kind of the idea, you know. So skills. Thank you so much for the sub. That's such a surprise. We haven't started yet, and now we have a sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Godot Game Maker uso para juegos, eso es solo modo learning. Right, yeah, Godot is a pretty popular engine. It's engine, right? Not engine. It's a pretty popular game engine. But I guess for fun, it will be nice just to, try it, just JavaScript, learn about all the gaming theory. I mean, that's kind of the idea of this project, of doing code streaming, learn new things, have fun, share knowledge with the community, try new stuff. And I guess it's inside the category, right? I used to do pixel art, by the way. I know artists. I guess I still have. Let me see if I still have. It's shit, but maybe I still have one of my submissions of. Yeah, probably. How can I check for a submission? So there is this. Let me see. View profile. Okay. Oh my god. Let me try this. Give me a second. Oh my god. Builds a join. Username. Okay. Let me see if I am able to log in on a really old account. It's login maybe. Oh, it's login. Okay. I don't have that many art. It's not that many. Oh, do I have a gallery? Oh yeah, it's 2 things because I submitted other stuff. I have done more stuff in pixel art. This is really. Oh, and this looks very ugly. Why? Oh, because it needs okay, I will show you in a second. What is it? Yes, here. So this is one thing that I did long time ago. It's like a factory. This is pixel art, and this is pixel art made with Paint. Microsoft Paint. It's probably nothing. This is when 2011. And I have this other like character is also like something very stupid. But I used to do a lot of pixel art. I don't know what is. I don't have, you know, like my pixel art things. But I used to do a lot of pixel art, like a lot. And I really like pixel art games. It's like a slot factory. Yes, of course. Oh, man. Yo es que soy muy nuevo en la parte web. Ok. Sí, pero the idea of create a video game using JavaScript is of course also make possible to do it like multiplayer using WebSockets maybe. I have played with WebSockets. Calufao, ayer nombraste Universal Rendering, ¿dónde puedo encontrar info? Calufao, I can let you know where you can find. I just know this talk regarding the thing. Wait, give me a second. How is the? I am checking this trophy. This is one of my trophies from Klarna, my previous company. I was the mentor of 2 mentees at the conference, so I got this and a nice shirt. And in this conference, there is this really smart guy. He's Argentinian. I don't really remember his name. What is the domain? Conference. The conference. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. And one of the talks, let me see, talks. Oh man, let me search. Oh, wait, I know how we can Google this. Conference Universal Rendering. Because in reality, oh man, it's not here. What? Okay. What if I search by... damn, how can I search this? Maybe if I conference Klarna Universal Rendering videos. What the fuck is happening? Learn what is universal rendering, front-end masters. Okay, maybe. What is universal rendering? Users. Maybe. No, I think that's not it. Oh man, this is super hard to find. Okay, if I go to the YouTube channel, maybe we can, you know, go there. Let me see. I don't want the mobile version. I hate when this happens. So basically the concept in reality is the, I don't know if it's something like that is really like official, but definitely it's kind of the idea. Maybe 2020, probably 2020 or 2016. Let me see. We can find this. We can find this. What is his name? No, it's not 2020. Of course, it's 2019 because I was at 2020. Let me share my screen, by the way. Maybe that's less confused. Yes. No. Maybe it's 2020, 2018. Do you have more stuff? Yeah, maybe it's this one, the 2018 version. What is his name, by the way? This guy, Fernando Canel. Damn, can you find like universal rendering here? I can't see shit. Name, I can't find shit. And if we put like Fernando, maybe we Google like Fernando Canel universal rendering. Yes, it's universal components. Okay, yeah, it's the same concept. It was in the Nordic JS. That's why. Oh, by the way, I'm going to this conference. So yeah, this is kind of it's a really nice talk. I will share this with you. So you can have it, but basically let me just like try to, why I can't click this. I hate the YouTube mobile thing, you know. It's super complicated because I have like this thingy and it just, you know, it keeps like what the fuck, man, it keeps just like, you know. Oh man, what? No, I hate this. Okay, you got it. You got it. You can check it. Universal components and deterministic rendering. Yeah, that's, I guess that's kind of the full name, but you have it there and you can take a look. Oh, súper difícil de encontrar. Bueno, ¿en qué estamos? Sí, es un concepto bien interesante. En resumen, lo que se hace es que tienes que hacer unos primitivos universales. No sé si saben el concepto de componentes primitivos. Lo que significa es que en vez de tener divs, van a tener como vistas. Y van a tener como vistas que pues obviamente en React Native van a hacer render como vistas, pero en React normal van a ser divs, básicamente, o sea, como que hacen el switch. Y ya uno lo que hace es que pues obviamente tienes de cierta manera que decirle a tu building tool que si es React Native pues use esta versión de los componentes, y si no, de los componentes primitivos, y si no, esta versión. Eso es básicamente el concepto. Creo que hay librerías que ya hacen eso, creo. Pero nosotros lo vamos a hacer nosotros. Lo vamos a... We are going to figure out, you know? Okay, what about... I guess it's enough for talking. What about do some testing? By the way, the release is going, apparently. I think it looks... Look, if you take a look, all the checks were okay. Except, of course, the visual testing, but we know why. It's because we are having this issue with the score, but that's okay. We need to fix that as well. And looks like we have a new version of the package. So looks like everything is fine, mostly fine, I guess. Maybe. Right? If we go to, you know, main, do we have it? Oh. Let me see. Oh, by the way, let me activate the mouse, the shortcuts. Let me see. 3 months ago. What happened? Wait, I don't see the release. Why GitHub is creating such a problem with it? So, published npm. What it says? Semantic release. Oh, I know why. Because the changes didn't introduce any like real changes, so it's not bumping. Yeah, there are no relevant changes, so no new version is released, but it's fine. I think it's working. We just need to fix that component, and we can do it while we write tests. So what is the idea today? So, you know, coverage is what it tells us. If we do like test coverage HTML, basically this is just for unit testing. If you are like doing integration or other kind of testing, doesn't really like applies. But basically coverage is what is telling us is how much or what parts of your code are covered by testing and which parts are not. So as you can see here, the avatar atom is 100% cover, the button as well, and that's why, because the button, the only thing that was missing here, it was like this, you know, handle click, and we did a behavior test. That's why we have to do like structural testing. So structural testing is using a snapshot, and this one is with behavior. If we take a look to our tests, we have 2 tests. This one here is for the structure, so that's why we have this snapshot from the different cases. And then we have this behavior test here, like when the button is clicked, and this other one. But I would like to do something. I know it's very small, but I would like to you know, move this function to a file. I know it might be silly, and yes, sometimes, but if I know wrong, if we go to the molecules here, maybe the add button, do we have it? Handlers, yes. I guess it's nice if we have like different files, because it's also easier to maintain, even, you know, handlers, even if we are not like really putting too much there. So if I move this here, then what I can do is create a new file called handlers.test.js and move the test, because then it makes more sense to have those tests there. So if I go here, I can just like the handle click test. I can move this, you know, I can remove this from here. And by the way, I'm just going to do test watch so we can see the test. Well, Nerddog Etze, buenas, buenas, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal te trata la vida? Let's write this handler here, and let's just write, you know, that I like to put like the whole description, atoms, button, and this is handlers. This is like the file, handlers. And then it's good to have the road here, so you are more like, when you run the test, you know where it fails, and it's nice to have. And then handlers, we have handle click. So of course, handle click, we are exporting this one. We need to import it, you know, in order to test it. So import handle click from, and I guess it's going to be handlers. Yes, that should be fine. Here then, oh, we also need the handle click, so to use it in our component, right? Handle. What I can do also, we don't need to really look at the, you know, the coverage like right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, put this full screen, so then we can enjoy the, how you call it, beautifulness. Is that a correct word? Beautifulness, la belleza del código. You know what I mean? La belleza del código, la pasión del código. Okay, so this is correct. All tests are passing, right? Now we have this here. Yes, silly file, but it's okay. And then we have button test. So I wonder when button is clicked. So we have, yeah, we have the, like, add-ons button. Maybe we don't need this. Maybe I don't really know what we're doing before. Like test car. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a component. I guess we want that. I filter. Yeah, this is just going to run everything, right? Whatever we change is going to run. Just, yeah, this is just. This is definitely just. So yeah, so I just rename and you know, oh, what is this? Button. Oh, this is not true anymore. Of course, we don't need it. And yeah, those are the stories. What I don't really like, can I see something? Yeah, we have this here. But it's fine. I don't really like that this is not like very explicit. Like, and now we change everything, you know, we change everything to, you know, to use like this helper. But I feel this is not explicit enough, but well, what we can do, and maybe like structure, behavior, I don't really know, like button, when button is clicked, and then we have like the, you know, I would like something like describe, you know, and then maybe, you know, kind of have the description here. Maybe like snapshot. Does make sense? I don't know, button. I don't know. It's like, how do you know that this is like a snapshot test? Maybe, oh, maybe a comment. Maybe a comment like this. Descansando un ratito. I just released a new tediosa version of my theme for a VS Code. Can I test it like right now? Enfocado. Ok. Welder Martínez. Ok, vamos a instalarlo. This might be a virus, right? Oh, okay, but okay. You have Darna, Darmo. Let me see. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, this is the neon one, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's very dark. So guys, if you are wondering which team is this one, oh, I like the line, you know, the border. It's really nice. Let's just try it for a while. So I was wondering if I'm really into One Dark Pro, by the way, but it's fine. Let's just write a comment like snapshots based on stories. I mean, it's obvious, right? Creates not just from stories, but I don't know. I feel it needs some comments. I mean, we already do that for the other, you know, steps here. Okay, so that's nice. We have tests like button is 100% cover. Car, I don't really know. Is car cover 100%? Like, nay. So let's take a look. Why is not 100% covered? So if we go to the car, it also has a handle click. Look that. Oh, get styles. Oh, that's a good question. Button. Is button having get style? No, it's not having these functions, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, it's really running. Yeah, it's really running it, I guess. Wait. Yeah. Functions, right. It's okay. I mean, you can never, by the way, never try to have 100% coverage. That's insane. It's insane. 60% is enough. It's more than okay, you know? Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, let's try it today, at least. You know, maybe I won't notice and I will keep it. So car, if we go to car, so this one is not tested. So guess what? I can copy this one and this one, right? I can copy this one and just paste it here, and this one, and I have a suggestion, by the way, Wellner. I just noticed that my update files are like, how you call it? Are like fade out. They are like lighter, like son más claros. And this looks like exactly like the git ignore, you know? And that's quite confusing. In fact, those files that I have updated, I wanted to be more brighter, you know? Like, no more brighter, to be brighter, if you know what I mean. O sea, sería mejor que fueran más brillantes, porque es raro. Pensé que los está ignorando el git ignore. Just a quick suggestion. So, this function is exactly the same function, you know? And I know you wonder why, that's another story. So here I can just change the name of car handlers. Yeah, look, it's exactly the same test. That was easy. And what I'm going to do is just like remove this one, and of course I need to import it. Handlers. From, no, what am I doing? Handle click. From handlers. Great. And the test? Yeah, the test is fine. I'm still not convinced about this thing, but it's what we have. Oh, Herman, what is your recommendation for learning to test or adapting the testing culture? You just need to do it, man. It's the only way. You can start with unit testing, little by little, and you can enforce like every PR now and then must have tests. And it's the only way if you enforce it. It's the only way. So you need to like design a strategy like, okay, every new piece of code or every piece of code that you touch, you need to have tests. Of course, there are some times where it's really hard to apply tests to an old code because you need to refactor it. So it's okay, like, okay, I completely understand it's like a big refactor. It's not worthy to, you know, do the whole thing. We are releasing this feature, but what you can do is create another task in the future, like a dev, to refactor that piece of code and write the test. But it's the only way. You need to enforce it, and little by little you just write the test. So okay, now we have that, and of course I can like run the coverage, but I guess I'm just going to wait and you will see. Like, remember these numbers, like 91, 76, 61, 90. Okay, we can change them. So check, looks like check is okay with everything. Yeah. Divider is okay. This one is okay. Icon. So icon, something is with the icon. Same function. How crazy is that? I wonder if should I wonder if I should like just create a handler utility. That's very repetitive, man. One of the reasons I have the handler like this is because eventually I want to track stuff. But for that point, I might create some kind of handler. Yeah, let's see, because I can just create track event. I'm thinking. I mean, it's exactly the same, but where should I put this? If I have the atoms, molecules layout here, should just I create like a generic handlers folder? I guess it makes sense. It's like, it's pretty obvious. Like right now it's exactly the same. Let me just like let me just test something. If let's see, I want to, you know, like track event, and this comes from the props. Track event, right? I will have to pass some kind of ID, or I pass an ID already, and then I can just like say action, like some kind of action, like click, maybe. This is for analytics in the future, right? Something like this, because then I need to know if this was tracking the button, or was tracking the car, or was tracking, what is this, the icon, you know? I need some kind of, the result will be something like you know, button, click, I don't know, something like this. But I think we can like initialize that in the track function, and of course it's like button click, like, you know, ID, whatever, I don't know, like task, summary, button click, like some kind of pattern. But I can definitely like just take the ID probably, and then this can be a clean event. Yeah, I guess that will be yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely going to create like a new folder here. No inside add-ons, probably, no, just in the root. How do you create like folders here? Like new folder. I'm just going to write handlers, and then this is going to be my generic handler click. So for that, it's going to be like literal like this, handle click. Hey Juanjo, how is everything? And then the handle click is just going to have whatever is here. Yeah, this one. So in this case is, you know, sport default, sport default handle click, right? And then I can delete this. I don't need it anymore. Yes. And then the test is exactly like that. What is handlers? Yes, handle, new file, handle click test.js. And I just saved the word. So here is going to be handlers handle click, and of course it's going to be handle click from handle click, right? And I have the test of that, and that's nice. And then of course, if I add the analytics thing, I will have to write more tests here, what is very cool. And then, so I can go to the button and then delete this. Ciao. Pretty well, happy with the streams again. Right, today is early. Yes, Juanjo, we are going to start doing streamings very, very earlier. I know it's not my schedule, it's hard for Latin America, but if I really want to get into the current time zone, you know, I just test in this schedule. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it works with the Spanglish. It's okay. I mean, still for me is a gain because, you know, I'm spending time in the project with the project. So okay, so if we go here, handle click, now it comes from handlers, right? Probably handlers, yes. Wait, so I move, yes, two, and then handle click. And we have it, button, car. So car, this is not anymore. And now we can just like delete this. And this one. And the check, everything is fine, right? Yeah, I guess it's fine. And then we have the, wait. The icon. So the icon also has the handlers. Oh, the icon even have a, you know, yeah, so yeah, like this, handle click. Now it's tested. What is it with the helpers? Yeah, the helpers. So if we go to the icon, you can notice the helper. Oh, the helpers, do they have tests? Helpers. Why are, oh, they are tested because we are using those in the snapshots. If you go here, we have like the different sizes. So this is definitely tested. That's thanks to the snapshot. Yeah. Create a snapshot from stories. Yeah. What else? So we don't have to double test this because this is already covered. I guess, yeah, that was it, right? The handler. Okay, that's done. What else? Input. Oh, this might be difficult. Okay, let's go to input. So input have handle change. Okay, I wonder how many handle change do we have? So we have input, we have test area. Is the definition the same? Definition is exactly the same. Here, look, this is an example where it's not the same. So what is this? This is add button. So for add button, the handle change is totally different, right? He's not using the common one. So this one requires a specific test. And I don't really remember if, yeah, we have the test. So handle click. Oh, we just have handle click. Oh, but that's nice. We are going to write another test for handle change and handle K down. Right, that's cool. So I'm thinking that maybe for the input, right, for the input, we can do a similar thing, you know, like the global, this global. So test area, and the input, they have exactly the same handler. Hello, Noe, what was the name? Noe Veron 77. Let's do this. I really like this approach, and this is the kind of things that you discover over time. Oh, we already have the helpers. Great. Oh, but for the storybook, of course. So let's create this new file called handle change. And then it's of course like this. Sport default handle change, right? Wait. It's cool to me. Great. That's nice. I like that you like it. Oh, give me a second. I wanted to check something. Okay, and now we need to write a test, and this is going to be a tricky one. Handle, nah, it's not going to be a tricky one. It's going to be very similar to handle click. It's exactly the same test. So if I just copy and paste this and just change handle click for handle change, handle change, that should do the trick, to be honest. Should call on change, basically, right? That should do the trick. It's exactly the same. Oh, something is failing. That's nice. So wait, yes, to have been called with expected event called 0 arguments. Okay, that's cool. Why? On change mock, handle change, on change, right? Handle click is not handle. Oh wait, oh, that was a tricky one. Oh, I wonder, should we do the same? So handle click is calling the event. Should we pass the event to on change? I think it makes sense. You know, that's kind of the default behavior. As I say, in the other handle change for the add button is completely different behavior, but it doesn't really hurt to just pass the event to the on change. This is kind of the default behavior. Okay, so now that we have this, if we go to the input, and this is atoms as well, atoms input. If we go to the input, we don't need this anymore. We can just like import directly, handle change, great. And now this should be tested. What was the other one? Like the input, this area. So this area, same story. Just, you know, import, handle change, boom. Input this area. Now there are cover, great. So wait, it was just that? Yeah, just the input. If we go to loading, oh, really? Haha, oh, so loading, okay, let's check that. So apparently loading, it receives as children, and apparently we don't have a story with the children. Huh. Really? What are you talking about? Should render where children is shown is playground. Oh, right. It's because if we go to the stories, this is true. So what we have to do in order to see the loading, right? So maybe should we call this story like children, and then maybe children arcs. We were missing that. So basically what is happening is like how it works with our loading component. I have it here probably. This is production, by the way. So if we go to our production component library, we search by loading. What is loading, right? So we have like this loading effect, right? But this is while it's loading. But as soon as it has load, you can show whatever you wrap in the loading. So in this case, if I have a true, it's going to show this. And we don't have that story in reality. We just have like the loading because that's what we want to see. But we are not testing how it looks when it's not loaded. So what we should do is like put this false, right? False. And this is just for put this into storybook. This is kind of a non-use, you know, it's playground. It's like a non-use prop. This shouldn't be used at all. So it's shown. So that's what should we like use to show the, you know, the children. True. And of course you are not seeing that here, but that will create a new snapshot probably here. So right now we have this one. Let's see. Yes. So now we have like this is shown. And then wait. So we have this is shown to render. Now I have this, but I don't see my, wait, I don't see my children. So maybe this is like not working. Let me just check how it looks in the storybook. Let's debug this. So if it's showing true, so both need to be false. Oh, both need to be false. That's why. Damn it. By default, it's true. Now it should work. Now it should work. We don't need to like. Oh damn, too late. No. Journ test. Watch. Junior, thanks for the follow. Are you a bot? I feel like No Veron 77 and Junior 3 feels like bot names, you know? I just got a lot of bots follow me. So here, now I guess the snapshot changed probably. Something is failing. Oh, yes, the snapshot just changed. Let's check here. So if we take a look, it says, okay, you said before when loading children is mounted, you should see like this. And now we are seeing the children. And that's exactly what we want. So I'm just going to press U to update the snapshot. And that will be fine. Okay, great. So remember, with unit tests, we have like two kinds of, mostly with UI components, we have two kinds of test. We have structural, and we cover those with the snapshot testing, structural testing, when we test the structure of the components. We have behavior, when we test some user events. So when is everything related to events like on-click, on-change, that's behavior testing. For that kind of test, we use React testing library. But for the snapshot, for the structural testing, we use a snapshot testing. And Jess has like a way to create the snapshots. That's basically what we are doing. Okay, so loading, it's okay. Modal, okay, modal is quite tricky, right? Oh yes, because modal is going to be a little bit tricky. So if we go to modal, let's go to modal. We can close others, right? By the way, I can create like a new branch because now I'm like doing other stuff. This can be like feature, like add more coverage testing. Yeah, great. And let's just run again the test. So modal, he's complaining. I mean, not really complaining, but it's basically saying, hey, you are missing like these different functions. And let's see if we really can do that, because this is more like some sort of behavior testing. So handle secondary action. This one is here. So we will have to like click the icon, basically. Okay. Or, I mean, yes or not. Oh, well, it depends, right? Whatever you want to do. You want like that action to be called. Create handle close. Oh, this is because the animation. This one, I feel this one is quite tricky. Create handle click. Oh, I remember this. Damn it. I remember these names. Remember these names? We had the discussion. This shouldn't be called handle click. Oh, because this is a closure. So this should be create. Handle secondary. Oh, damn it. So let's change it. Create handler secondary action. Yeah, what it means that now we have a mess as always. Like here on our handlers, in theory, this should be renamed as create handler change and create handler click. Damn it! good news, we have tests, right? And that's a great opportunity to refactor when you have tests. But before we do that, let me think. So we have these different handlers that definitely we should move apart. Yeah. This one is quite tricky to test, so that's going to be fun. So let's first test these handlers, because this is going to be definitely something that you might want to see. And then we can rename the other handlers. So what is the idea? Like, in reality, this is a closure. So this is a function that is going to return a handler. So this is something that we discussed like before. I realized like, yeah, this is definitely a better name for this kind of handler creators or whatever. So if I just move this, so I'm just going to cut this and I'm going to create a new file here called handlers. Why not moving this to the global handlers? Because this is very specific for the model, right? And I can export those handlers because those are going to be used, you know, for the model. And I can just like import them here. Import, create, the name. So let me just move this file to my side. Let me just also put this full screen. Yeah. And then it's going to be create handler click, create handler close, create handler secondary action from handlers. Right. So right now this shouldn't really change that much. Yeah, because we already have that name. Perfect. So let's create the test for those specific handlers. And this is going to be a totally new file, handlers test.js. And one of my recommendation is like you put the test file side by side, so it's easier, you know, to see what you're testing. So I can like start with the scribe, and then as usual, what I like to do here is kind of put the path of the components. So then when you read the test, you have a better idea where the files were located, because usually the test will show you the test file location, but not the original file, right? So this is very useful. So yeah, that will be handlers. Great. This describe block is just, as its name says, a description block. And then we are going to write 3 describe blocks, 1 per handler. So here I have 1. And describe blocks are, they are free. I swear, they are free. You can create as many as you want, you know. Oh yes, Juanjo, we are just testing this theme because well-nerd.etse, who is in the chat, he made this theme, so we just installed it to test it. But yeah, of course, it's not our usual theme, but we are just trying the test, the theme. Okay, so now that we have the 3 blocks, there are a few things that we want to test. So because those are closures, one thing that is important to test is that the closure is returning the function, you know. So we already have that covered in our handler click test, probably. So I guess, you know, oh, I have this here. So we can just like, you know, copy that block for those 3. So this returns a function, this returns a function, this returns a function. It's fair, like we know that that's what it's going to do. And I mean, the test is not that, you know, complicated. Like when create handler create is called, it should return a function, right? when create handler close is called, it should return a function. That's what a closure usually does. And it might be silly, but I guess I mean, that's what it is, right? That's the signature. So it's important to have covered every aspect of our functions. And here, let me just import. So from handlers. I guess this is going to run. So, Guillermo, me encantaría saber tu elegante opinión de la filosofía de enfocado, pero instalando la experiencia completa con los ajustes recomendados. En el ritmo de la ascensión, postdata, allí se soluciona la observación que me hacías. Okay. Sure. I mean, I definitely can finish the enfocado. I think I got it. I mean, you want to let me see if we can oh shit, to be enfocado, focus. Right? No, damn it. Why this is not opening? Okay, enfocado. So I usually I'm very minimalistic. So yeah, minimal syntax, definitely. Yeah, as you notice, I usually hide everything. So yeah, I can take a look later to the recommendations, because this might be, of course I need to take a look. But yeah, nice. Maybe it wasn't clear. Oh yeah, no one's read the readmes. It's like you need to read the thing, right? But it will be nice if the team, when you install the theme, they just prompt an alert saying, hey, enfocado is more than a theme. It's a concept. Do you want to set up the defaults, whatever theme? Maybe. I don't know. A man can't dream, right? So yeah, I usually Pamphilitams, how is everything? Thanks for the videos. Okay, so now we have this is a very simple test, yeah, it's a function, great. So how is going to be the second test? So pay attention. So I will create another block, describe, and this is very important. When let me just kind of see when the function, right? So when the create handler create function is called, because now return function is called. So what should do? It should call stop propagation, right? That's what the thing is doing. You might thought, oh, it's not the same test. No, of course not. We are going to test something different here. So here it should call event stop propagation. And this is quite literal, so I will just make it like this, right? And let's just create our scenario. So arrange, add. So this is the AAA methodology, assert. So this is how we write a test. So first is when, what is happening, what is kind of the action. So when create handler return function is called, and it is what we basically expect. So it should call event subpropagation, right? That's basically if the event exists. Yeah, I'm not going to do both, because if the event doesn't exist, it shouldn't call it. But I don't really care. I'm just going to do the happy path. The happy path is going to call it, and that's it. So what is the assert? Because we are expecting a function to be called, I will say stop propagation mock to have been called with event, right? That's my assertion. Should call event, no, to have been called. Sorry, just to have been called. event stop propagation mock to have been called. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough. No event and lie. Okay. So of course you are wondering, okay, and what is this like mock define? Well, this is part of the range. Like you definitely need it, right? And this is going to be just a just function. And then the add, why it needs to be a just function? Because just function is a special function that will track when and with this is called. So this is kind of a spy, but in reality it's a mock, right? And there is different definitions: spies, stops, mocks, whatever. So that's the important one. And what is the add? Well, the add is that if we just call create handle click, it's going to return a function, and we call that other function with an event, right? This is the add, like the action, like in a movie. So when we add, we expect this assertion. So that's great. But we are missing one part, the event. I mean, you can see it's straight through, right? Scratch, whatever it is called. And it's because we also need to define this guy. And what is event? Well, event is an object, as you can notice here, that has like this attribute, through propagation, and this is a function. And which function is going to be? Well, our mock is going to be. We can't just call this stop propagation mock, right? I guess it's better. And that's our test. And if everything is okay, yeah, the test is passing probably. I don't know if that's going to be, I mean, I guess it's not failing, right? I mean, if you put like an empty function here, the test should fail, right? Because the assertion says that this one needs to be called and it's not being called, right? Yeah. So if you change the range or the add and the assertion is still true, you have the test wrongly, right? So he's going to complain. Let me see. This is really hard to, yeah. It's like, hey man, with the add-ons modal handlers and create handler click, it says when the handler click return a function is called, should call event stop propagation. But in reality, it's just not calling it. It's just like 0 times. Oh, that's why. Because I didn't, you know. And this is obviously silly because it's like I'm modifying my own test, but of course, a way to check that this test does his work is just like commenting this. If you just comment this piece of code, this function is doing a totally different thing. So the test shall fail. The test shall say, Eric, hey, how is everything? The test shall say, hey, something is wrong. And that's the idea of the test. It's kind of an alarm that will let you know, hey, this is not happening anymore. You said the event that is stop propagation should be called, and it's not happening. And that's the reason. Because we just commented. Right? Nice. Yeah, I know it's early. It's 2 p.m., right? Yeah, it's fine. I'm just testing like this schedule. How long it has been? Like 1 hour? Oh yeah, I started late because I'm going to start earlier, like 7th, you know. I need to do a quick break, 1 minute break, you know. So just give me a second. No, not 1 second, but 1 minute, please. Hey. I'm back. It was a bio break. If you know what I mean. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so we were like writing this test. This one was easy. This one is the one that is going to be complicated. But yeah, I mean, let's just write it. So let's first analyze what is doing like this function. As you can see, like when this function is called, the second one, it's calling this set on fade out with the value of true. And then it's doing a set timeout. What it means is that after this time, 400 milliseconds, on close is going to be called. So those are like two different things, right? Like this needs to be called, and then 400 milliseconds later, on close needs to be called. That's like the basically two tests that we can write. In fact, I usually prefer to write one assertion per like action, because then it's easier to realize which one is failing. And I guess I'm going to keep that structure. So if we go to this line, this is create 100, close, whatever. So let's just copy this piece. So, we don't have to like copy one and again. So basically what I'm going to do is like, okay, when create handler return function is called, so we are going to have two assertions. So in this case, the first one, the second one. So the first one is it should call set fade out, right? With true. That's our first assertion. And the second one is like it should call on close, right? After, we can like hard code this here, or we can just, like whatever value is here, right? After fade out animation time is done, right? So now we have two assertions here, and as before, we are just going to use the AAA strategy: arrange, add, and assert. We can write both at the same time. The second one is going to be tricky because testing time, oh man, testing time. I know I have told you before here, testing time is madness. But it's what we are. So here, same thing. So expect set on fade out mock to had been called with true, right? You can hard code that. It's just like a simple value. What it means that the add is basically called this guy, right? And then we have here the function called set on fade out, right? And also we need on close, and that's okay. Like we can pass both, like on close, right? So that's great. We have the add that is basically the return function is being called, right? And we're expecting that set on fade out to be called with true, but we are like missing these different parameters, so we can arrange that. So here, as always, this is going to be just like a just function, or just function. And then we have a close on close, because we are not like really caring about this function. This can be just a simple arrow function, doesn't really matter. But this one in reality is this one, right? So what we can do is just like, okay, this one is going to be the mock, and that test should pass. So let's wait for this to be run. And if I change the value here, oh, it's failing. Okay, that's good. What is happening? Oh, unexpected token. I think I messed up the whole thing. Let me see. This is closing, great. This is, oh yeah, I need to close the describe, right? So this is closing and this is closing, maybe. Now it's working, probably. Yeah, probably. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's fine, right? So we have this one, I have this one. Yeah, and then we have this one. Okay, still failing. Let's see what is happening. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So, oh, cannot read undefined. Cannot read properties undefined. Okay, why? So on close, looks like he doesn't like it. On close is a function, right? Oh, wait. This is in the first, not in the second. So the second is empty. Yeah, sorry about that. So when we call the second one, oh, but there is something. Guess that's okay. Okay, looks like it's working. What if I just change true for false? My test should say something, because what I just wrote is that I should call this create handler with true, right? And we can say that one test is failing here because we just changed it. And yeah, exactly, expect true, and now it's false. It has been called, but not with true, with false. So that's nice. Our test is working. So now let's do the second part. What I'm going to do is, because this is exactly the same structure, I'm just going to copy and paste here. But on close now it's going to be different. On close now it's going to be a just function, and this one can be just a simple arrow function, because now I'm testing the on close, right? Yeah, I mean, I can remove the mock name here. Now I can say this is a mock here, right? And then this is going to be, and this is going to be. In fact, no, I like to have the word mock because it's more like explicit. It's fine. So on close is going to be the on close. Is going to be the on close mode, and then this one has to be called. But this is going to fail because in reality, we are expecting that this to be called, but we are not waiting the 400 milliseconds. So in Jest there is a helper for that, and it's like times helper. I don't really know how it's called, but I'm just going to Google it. Mock functions, maybe it's here. You know me, I hate Jest documentation. It's like timers. No, it's called timers or something. Timers. I don't hate it because I don't like to read documentation. I love to read documentation, but I just think that Jest documentation is like really bad. So enable table fakers. So I think what we can do is like just call Jest use faker timers, and then how is it, right? Yes, like just use faker timers, and then that's it, right? Oh, expect any function, maybe. Yeah, I guess run all timers. Oh, I guess this is what I need. Right? Like just, yeah. So I need just to like use this, and I can use it here. Should I use it before, like outside? I don't really know. Have I used like this before? Probably. No? Probably not in this project, but I know I have used it in the other one, right? No? Of course, yes. I have used this. Oh, probably not. Okay. Well, apparently I haven't. So what I'm going to do basically is that I'm just going to use the use fake timers, and here I'm just going to run the timers. So what it does is basically like runs all the timers, like basically whatever time is needed to happen is going to happen. So if we go here, in theory, this should be fine. Yeah, this is working. So even if you put like more time here, doesn't really matter. Like this is going to make sure all time that is needed for run the save timeout, like the next tick, is going to happen, and then you can like test this. That's how it usually works. So let's check how is our coverage now. Like we have like improved this already. And you know, it's going to be better. Like this is like the current state. Let's just wait for everything to be run. Let's just refresh this. So now improves by a lot. Like now it's 92, 77, 63%, 92. Look, a lot of 100%. It's like really working. We are super close out there. I mean, it's not going to be like 100%, of course, but we are closer now. I guess this is the add button. This is the one that is the handlers, and this is kind of the same story as we are doing right now. I can work on that offline. I don't need like, you know, to do the whole thing, but that's basically the idea. Like here. So if we go to let's go to this component. This was the model, right? So if we go to the model and we go to handlers, you can see like we have this part covered, but we are missing this one, the third one, right? That's nice. So yeah, I guess I started late. We already have like 1 hour and a half. Tomorrow I'm going to start earlier than today. It's going to be 7 p.m. my time. Right now I want to rest a little bit. Probably tomorrow we can start with the other project, you know, try to create a game. I don't know. I like the idea to try like different things. Maybe it's more interesting also to gain audience. Let's just do that experiment and see how it works. I want to maybe do a raid. Let me see if there is any English speaker, because right now we have me to dev. Oh, we have like this girl. Let's see who is here. True. I code on Twitch. Oh, I know her and I follow her. Let's just do the raid. It's a tiny raid, but you know, it has a new job. Oh yeah, I saw the tweet. She's like working now on Discord. So yeah, let's do that. Thank you so much to be here. I know this is not my usual schedule, and you know it's hard, but it's fine. At least we can like, you know, chat a little bit, learn about testing. So tomorrow I will decide if we can start like the new project. I will let you know. The idea is we want to like start creating like a new game with JavaScript from scratch, like no frameworks at all. And I think that's going to be very interesting, you know. I don't really know that much about gaming. Maybe we need resources, but we are going to do some canvas. We are going to learn. And I really wanted to do that for a long time. So I guess, you know, with the continuity to learn new stuff here, yeah, I guess it's going to be a nice project. And I hope you will enjoy it. Okay, so see you right now. See you tomorrow. Schedule has changed, so expect me more earlier. It's going to be normal. But yeah, see you. Bye-bye.
Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup.